Hi everyone, and welcome to our group video presentation. Today, we'll be sharing our reflections and research on Sunshine, its layered histories, diverse communities, and evolving urban identity. Before we begin, we'd like to acknowledge that some images used in this video may evoke strong memories. These visuals are included solely for educational purposes, to deepen our understanding of place and history. We approach this topic with care and respect, and we thank you for joining us in exploring the stories that shape Sunshine. Today, we'll be discussing our site visit report to Sunshine. First and foremost, Swinburne University acknowledges the Wurundjeri people and all traditional custodians across Australia, honoring elders past and present while committing to respect and reconciliation. Now for you geography peeps. Sunshine sits in Melbourne's western suburbs, in the state of Victoria, and is located on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. Before European settlement, the Wurundjeri lived in close connection with the Maribyrnong River and the surrounding grasslands, using the land for hunting, fishing, and gathering seasonal plants. The Wurundjeri's life was closely connected to the land and trade routes, and the Maribyrnong River continues to reveal how the area supported them and later shaped Sunshine's industrial and urban growth. Colonial settlement in the 1830s and 1840s brought rapid and devastating changes for the Wurundjeri people. They faced displacement, the disruption of traditional food sources, even exposure to foreign diseases. The Wurundjeri people's land, once carefully cared for over generations, was turned into grazing and farmland, eventually becoming part of Melbourne's expanding industrial zone in the late 19th century. Sunshine, in the city of Brimbank, grew from its working-class industrial roots with modest housing and grid streets. Waves of migration added shops, community centers, and places of worship, while key roads, the H.V. Mackay Footbridge and the Maribyrnong River, connect the suburb, blending heritage and diversity into everyday life. Did you know that the shift from indigenous-managed grasslands to grazing and crop farmland was driven by British settlers who reshaped the landscape to suit European agricultural practices? Did you also know that the Sunshine Harvester Works not only shaped the suburb's economy, but also drew a diverse workforce, embedding a culture of industry and community that still influences Sunshine today? Sunshine's real turning point came in 1904, when Hugh Victor Mackay shifted his harvester works from Ballarat and renamed the area after his machine. The factory soon became one of Australia's biggest employers, drawing workers from across Victoria and cementing Sunshine's identity as an industrial town. Speaking of, even early newspapers celebrated Sunshine's industrial growth and jobs, but largely ignored the displacement of the Wurundjeri people. In this way, the papers reflect Sunshine's rise as a manufacturing hub, while overlooking the costs to its first inhabitants. Moving on from history, we need facts, so let's talk about it. After World War II, Sunshine became home to many migrants, especially Italians, Maltese, and Greeks, who worked in local factories and built churches, clubs, and cafes that shaped community life. Joined by others from across Europe, they laid the foundations of the suburb's lasting multicultural identity. I mean, look at this data. Recent data says Sunshine remains a multicultural suburb with a diverse population. According to the 2021 census from the ABS, the largest ancestry groups are Vietnamese with a total of 12.9%, English 12.5%, Australian 11.4%, Chinese 5.9%, and Irish 5.0%. That's a wide cultural population if you ask me. Sunshine developed around the harvester works with modest worker housing, mainly single-story brick homes, cottages, and post-war bungalows. With around 4,000 dwellings, average households of 2 to 3 people, and affordable rents, it remains a low-density, car-reliant suburb shaped by its working and middle-class communities. During the 1970s and 1980s, Vietnamese refugees settled in Sunshine, many arriving through Australia's resettlement program. They transformed Hampshire Road with restaurants, grocery stores, and specialty shops, while churches, social clubs, and community halls helped preserve cultural traditions. Though some families later moved away, many remained, leaving a lasting impact on Sunshine's multicultural character, local businesses, festivals, and community life. Wow! I mean, in recent years, from post-1990 and present, Sunshine has welcomed new waves of migrants from countries including Sudan, Ethiopia, Somalia, India, Nepal, Lebanon, Iraq, and Syria. Many arrived as refugees or newcomers, seeking safety and the chance to rebuild their lives in Australia. There's a lot we have learned while exploring Sunshine. Its identity is built through layers of culture. Colonial-era factories sit alongside shopfronts with Arabic calligraphy, Vietnamese script, and African textiles. Migrant communities have enriched Sunshine with shops, restaurants, and places of worship that preserve their heritage. Sunshine is a thriving, multicultural suburb that is shaped by community, culture, and faith. Thank you for listening. Let's hear what our group has to say.
Hi everyone, my name is Salomo. Before this assignment, Sunshine was just a place I visited to buy food. I mean cheap food, which was fresh and the area was familiar, but however, through the research I discovered a deep story behind it. Sunshine is rich with layers of migration, resilience, and history from post-war European settlers to Vietnamese refugees and ancestral ties of the Wurundjeri people. What I once saw as an ordinary architecture, now it reveals a narrative of labor, identity, and survival. Sunshine isn't just a suburb, it's a living archive of culture memory. This project changed my perspective on places, and it reminded me that every street holds a story worth telling.
Hi, I'm Rashid. As I was reflecting on our journey, I realized that Sunshine, with its rich multicultural environment, strengthens my bond with my family, especially since many of our family and friends live there. The shopping centers to the parks, the libraries to the cultural restaurants, it's a place that truly feels like home away from home.
Hi, my name is Rui. After research, I think Sunshine is in a critical period of transformation. It not only preserves the heritage of industrial history and the charm of multiculturalism, but also demonstrates eternity for the future. It represents microcosm of modern Australia, a place built by immigrants, constantly evolving in intelligence and seeking unity in diversity.
Hi, my name is Dong Hun. I have lived in Sunshine since 2017 and thought that Sunshine was a small, not developed city in the west of Melbourne CBD. However, after this research, I realized that Sunshine is the symbol of spirit, of migration, and community building of multiculturalism.